Hello, everybody. It is Raina with Raina & Co. And we are so glad that you can get all of Danielle's brilliant information. And that's the most important part. So I hope you take some time to watch this to get to know Danielle and her wisdom. And I'll just turn it over to you, Danielle.
Right on. Thank you so much, Raina. Yeah, for those of you who didn't see that live and we're catching the replay, I'm Danielle Miller. My company is Miller Media Management. We're currently Maui's top-rated social media marketing company, according to both Yelp and Google. My purpose is that I love to help blossoming business owners build communities of loyal clients. I truly believe that social media brings customers to our businesses who are the right type of customers. By loyal customers, these are the people who have a connection with you, a relationship with you, and therefore they are more likely to repeat purchase from you, to leave you awesome reviews, and to refer you more business. So all of those things are critically important in terms of success of our businesses, and that's why social media is an amazing marketing tool unlike anything out there. The problem is that most of us aren't really sure how to use it effectively. I recently sent out an email to my community asking them, what bugs you about Facebook? What are those frustrations that you're facing? And I can't tell you how many people told me that low reach is bugging them. Not having enough people to invite to like their page, that's bugging them. Not understanding how to boost posts correctly and feeling like they're not spending money wisely with Facebook. And so we're going to cover a lot of that stuff right in this webinar today. And without further ado, we can go ahead and get started. So I'll share the screen with you today. And then what you'll also see is I flip back and forth between my slideshow and Facebook so you can see real live demos. All right, so at this point, you should be seeing the screen.
Yep, looks good.
All right, thanks for the confirmation. And today's webinar, using Facebook to build relationships with loyal clients. There's three things we're gonna cover. First, we're gonna talk about two of the hidden features on Facebook that most people aren't using that will help you reach the right audience and get new people to like your page. Then we'll dive into the organic reach strategies. These are the things that you can be doing that take time, but they help you connect with potential customers one-on-one. They're very effective in helping you reach out and, in essence, make new leads or get new connections for your business. The dilemma with Facebook, especially these days, is you're either going to have to invest time or money to see a result. And so the organic reach is the way that you invest time to see a result. And then the last part of today's webinar, the boosting posts, is how you can invest money to see a result. You can also run Facebook ads, which I'm really well versed at, but we'll talk about that later towards the end of the webinar. So without further ado, let's dive into some cool hidden Facebook features you might not be using yet. All right, well, hidden feature number one, you can set a preferred page audience for your Facebook page. As many of you know, and I hope it doesn't come to a surprise, come as a surprise to too many of you, it's that you don't actually reach all of your Facebook fans when you post to Facebook. So if you have 1,000 people who love your page, they've liked your page, they follow you, and you create this really cool Facebook post, it's likely that only 200 to 300 of them are actually going to see it, and sometimes less. And that can be quite frustrating, but that's because Facebook is a for-profit company, and so they're trying to motivate business owners to invest. And so what we want to do as Facebook page admins is we want to make sure that those 200 to 300 people are our ideal clients. They're the people we're trying to connect with, and they're people who will have a genuine interest in the topics that we're posting about. So to set your preferred page audience, step one is that you head to your Facebook page. And you should know that you need to be an admin of the page, not an editor, not a page analyst, but an admin in order to change this setting. So once your Facebook page loads, you're going to head over to the settings section, which is in the top right-hand corner. The settings tab will default to showing you general settings, but we're actually going to select from our left-hand menu about halfway down the option called preferred page audience. So when you click on preferred page audience, you'll see a screen that asks you to set your preferred page audience. Go ahead and click that blue link. That opens up a screen where you can now set the preferred audience based on their geographic location, their age, their gender, their general interests, and the language that they speak. So in terms of location, you have 4 options. You can choose everybody in the locations that you list, people who live there, meaning just the residents of that location, people who were recently in that location, which I haven't found a really good use for this particular option yet. And lastly, people traveling in this location. So these are people who have their hometown, home city, listed as somewhere else, but they happen to be in this geographic location that you mentioned. This is really good if you're trying to target tourists. So for my sake, I'm choosing people who live in this location, and I'm going to include people who live in New York City. So I type New York City, and you'll see that it shows up in the drop-down menu. Know that you have to click on the option in the drop-down menu in order to get that setting to take. When you choose a city, you get the option to have a miles radius, and you can vary that miles radius to really hone in on the place that you're trying to do business. So in this case, I'm going to choose, let's go all the way down to 10, within 10 miles of New York, New York. That'll help me focus right on Manhattan. And let me see if I can't pull up Manhattan specifically, get a slightly larger audience, and again, go down to 10 miles. So what you can see is these areas here in blue, that is the geographic location that I'm trying to focus on. And if you put something up here and you don't want it, you can just hit the X, super easy. So once you have your location selected, and you can select many, so if you serve different countries, you could choose United States, Canada, Australia, United Kingdom. You could focus on countries, you can focus on cities, and you can focus on states. But cities is the only one for which you're going to get the radius option. Then you can set your preferred page audience's age. So if you happen to know that the people who are responding best to your posts are 35 plus, you can set the age range to 35 plus. Gender, of course, you could select gender if you're trying to focus on just women or just men. So whatever's selected in blue is the option that you're choosing. Once you have your age and gender down, this is where you can start to put in interests. So you can find people who are homeowners. You can find people who are interested in New York City or the New York Times. You can start to put in different interests that would tell people or that would tell Facebook, these are the types of interests that my ideal audience has. So, and you should know that information based on doing like a customer persona. And you can add many different interests here. Just know that as you add interests, your estimated number of people that are in this audience will start to grow. So if I say these people should be interested in, let's see, the airport, the local airport. You know, I get slightly more people, so that might denote travelers, and our audience might travel a lot. Also, you can put in things like parenting, so that can help you target families. You can put in motherhood, fatherhood, they need to be a parent themselves. All of those will help you focus on your ideal audience. Okay, so once you've got your list of interests down, you might also choose to limit people based on the language they speak. Because of course, if all of your posts are going to be in English, it'd be great if the people seeing your posts spoke English. So go ahead and make all these adjustments. And then once you have it the way you want, you'll hit save. Once you hit save, you'll know that the changes took because it will show you on this preferred audience slide a summary of the changes. So now you actually see your preferred page audience. All right, so I hope you guys can all do that one. As you saw, that was like maybe a little 10-minute task that will make a huge difference in making sure that the people you reach are the right people, the people that you're really trying to connect with on social media. All right, without a doubt, tip number 2. So, hidden feature number 2. A lot of us know that we can invite our friends to like our Facebook pages. Some of us aren't really sure where that invite friends option is, so I'm going to show you where that option is. But the problem is, once you've invited your 2 or 3 or 400 friends, you run out of friends to invite to like your page. And those friends might not necessarily be your ideal clients anyways. So wouldn't it be great if there was a way to invite a more targeted audience to like your page? And lo and behold, there is. So I'm going to switch over and show you a little demo here.
This is gonna blow your mind. Wait for it.
Wait for it. This is such a cool tip, and I'm always shocked when people don't know about it, but at the same time, it is so underused. So step 1, go to your Facebook page, go right to your timeline, and then scroll down and find a post that got a lot of likes, okay? So I can see here on this post that I boosted, we had 190 likes. Okay, so you're on your page, you're in as a page admin so that you can see how many people you reach. You're going to click on the number of likes. When you click on the number, what opens up is a list of all the people who liked your content. And you can see which ones are page fans already and which ones have not yet liked your page, and you can invite them to like your page. Whoa, right? This is pretty cool.
Mind blown. I might have just done that for like all of my people.
Yes, it is so cool because what happens is if somebody shares your post with their friends and their friend likes it, they might not like your page yet. So we want to invite them to like your page. In terms of what this does for these people we're inviting is they get a notification that says, in this case, Tai Chi Mastery Program invited you to like their page. And they just have to click on that notification to like your page. So this is really worth doing about once a week. I go through all of the posts that I did that week and I invite all the people who haven't yet liked my page. So, and when you get to the bottom, you'll definitely want to hit the see more so you get the full list. But for this demo, I think you guys get it. And then lastly, again, for people who want to invite their friends, but they're not sure where that option went, if you're looking at your cover photo, there's 3 little dots. And you have the option there about 5 items down to invite your friends. So this is a cool way to get your buddies to like your page. But the part about this that most people don't realize is instead of just searching through all of their friends, you can go into geographic locations, or you can go into different groups, Facebook groups that you belong to, and you can invite the people in those Facebook groups to like your page. So that's another cool way, right? You connected with these people in a Facebook group, but maybe they didn't like your page yet. So you can invite them
what?
to take it. Right? Woohoo! Mind blown again.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
All right.
Very, very cool way to get people to like your page. So I think using those two strategies, you all are going to see a big increase in the number of people who like your page. And by setting your preferred page audience, you'll be able to reach the segment of those people who are relevant for the type of content you're posting. So there you go, a couple of cool hidden Facebook features you might not have known about. Those are super quick exercises you can do, but this next section is a little more labor intensive. The next thing I want to teach you how to do is to increase your organic reach. Organic reach means your unpaid reach. The amount of people that you're able to connect with one-on-one on Facebook without paying Facebook any money. And because this doesn't cost you money, I can promise you it will cost you time. Imagine this exercise as you actually going out to a networking meeting, finding somebody who shared common interests with your ideal client, and then talking with them to see if they might be somebody who wants to buy your product or service. The way this looks on Facebook is that you're going out to other business pages that share a common audience, and you're commenting on their page to connect with their audience. So, and what you're doing is you're going to end up creating notifications for these people, which is very powerful. So for this demo, I'm going to show you how a lot of the local businesses here connect with people who might be traveling to Maui. And if you're trying to connect with local business owners, you might do this same exercise, but on pages like Marie Forleo or who else? Well, basically anybody for whom they have the right audience. They are automatically attracting. Oh, my high CPU. I just got a warning. My high CPU usage is affecting the quality of the video. So Raina, you let me know if we've got an issue here. All right. So back to the demo. So you as the business owner, you're going to think, hey, my ideal customer, say it's Sally Solopreneur. Sally, she likes to read books. She likes to learn about her business. She's into things that are positive, happy, spiritual. She certainly follows people like Marie Forleo or Amy Porterfield or the Smart Passive Income podcast with Pat Flynn, right? So you come up with a list of different businesses that your ideal client might already like. Then you go to that business's page. So in this demo, I'm showing that people who are trying to attract Maui tourists can go to the Maui, Hawaii Facebook page. You're looking for a page that has lots of likes. So in this case, this page has over 350,000 likes. And when we scroll down, we can find a post that they've done that has a lot of comments on it. And then what you're trying to do is leave a comment as your page, right? This will give you indirect exposure to their audience. So in the bottom right-hand corner of the post, there's a little picture of a profile picture. But when you click on it, you can choose any other page that you're an admin for. Okay? So when you do, you'll see that the picture next to the comment box changes. That's when you know from that moment on, all the activity you do on this particular post will come from that page. So you can like the post. That's tiny, small bit of effort, not going to give you a lot of results. What will start to give you more results is you can look through and like comments. Every comment that you like creates a notification for that person. And even better, you could reply to somebody's comment and you can start to have a discussion with them. So this person, for example, will be there again next February. What are the best spots for snorkeling in Maui? So I could reply like, where did my reply go? There we go. I highly recommend snorkeling with Henna's Black Sand Beach. Okay, so I'm just providing value. I'm not selling services at all. I hit enter, and when I do, you see that the post, the comment, came from the company. And all somebody has to do is hover over the company name, and they could like your page right away. So this is another way to start connecting with the people.
That's awesome.
Yeah, right? This takes time. You know, it's going to take you probably a minimum of 30 minutes a week of commenting on other people's pages. But one by one, you're connecting with potential customers.
Yeah, I think it's really valuable because if you have, especially if you don't have as many clients or you have a VA that you can leverage for this is like ongoing relationship building. It's not like an immediate, not immediate transactions that you're looking for.
Definitely. And over time, what you're doing is trying to befriend this person so that, hey, if they need somebody and they think of you, you're right there because you've created a few notifications for them. And of course, answering a question for somebody is a great way to just provide value. So commenting on other people's pages, try to spend about 30 minutes a week doing that. And I like to recommend you start by coming up with a list of 3 to 5 pages that are a really good match for that target audience you're trying to reach. That way, you know that when you do comment on their stuff, you're reaching the right people. Woohoo! Organic reach, step number 1.
Awesome.
All right. Organic reach number 2. When you create an individual post, like for my company, for social media, sometimes I'm posting about Facebook, sometimes I'm posting about Pinterest, and sometimes I'm posting about tips for small business owners. So I have different segments. And other times I'm posting just fun pictures from Maui. So I have another segment of people who want to see my posts. Depending on what I'm posting, I can tell Facebook who to show that particular post to get the best audience for that particular post. So for this, I will head us over to another page. I love when messages pop up. Facebook demos, the joys of Facebook demos.
Oh, doing it live.
Yes, so much. I try to tell people when I'm on Facebook, 90% of the time I'm working, so probably don't message me. All right, so when you go to write a post for a Facebook page, and I'm going to show you this, and the tricky thing is that, Facebook, they made it actually harder to find this setting. So bear with me as I show you this, but step 1, you have to turn on what they call audience optimization for posts. So you're going to go into your settings, and you're going to go to General, and right up here in the first 4 rows, you will see an option that says Audience Optimization for Posts. I don't see it because I already turned it on. So you're looking for audience optimization for posts, and you need to turn that setting on. That's step 1. Step 2, when you go to create an individual post, you're going to write your post about something specific. So let's say I'm writing a post about a meditation tip. I add my photo just like I usually would. And at this point, we all know we could either publish the post right away, or we could use the little drop down arrow and schedule our post. But I'm gonna add a step in between. Next to the little location icon, there is a ghost icon that is barely represented by this tiny gray dot. And so you click on that ghost icon, and all of a sudden, you have preferred audience for this post.
What?
I know, dang Facebook for hiding that on us.
That's craziness.
So you can start to add up to 16 interests based on this particular post topic. So if I was talking about Facebook, my interest might be Facebook, Facebook for business, small business owners, social media examiner. In this case, if my tip was about meditation, I might do meditation, yoga, Buddhist meditation, enlightenment, spirituality. So I'm choosing specific targeting for this post. And P.S., what if you're like a really fantastically awesome event planner and you're planning an amazing event, but you have to be 21 plus to attend? Then you have this second tab called audience restrictions, where you can actually limit this post based on age, gender, or location. So, hey, only women can see this post. Maybe you're doing a little, a womanly post, like, hey, ladies, anybody get nervous speaking in front of a group of guys, right? And you don't want to show that post to men, so you could come here and you could literally restrict it so they have to be a woman in order to see that post. If you have a cocktail event, an event with alcohol, you could restrict the post so that people have to be at least 21 to see it. And you could restrict, obviously, as well by location. So in Maui, we have discounts for people who are local residents. So we could say, hey, you have to live in, or you have to be in Hawaii right now to see this post. So that audience restrictions will absolutely, undoubtedly limit who sees the post. Preferred audience does not limit. It just tells Facebook, please choose this type of person as much as you can. Okay, so these people are more likely to see your post, whereas audience restriction literally limits the people who can see it.
Makes sense.
Right on. I'm glad that came across nice and clear. So that's your preferred page audience. One thing I will say is if you're using an external scheduling tool like Hootsuite or Buffer, you don't have the option for this setting. You only have the option if you're using Facebook's internal scheduling tool. So,
I have a quick question about that. So anytime you do something native in a Facebook, it actually like ranks better, right, in their algorithm?
It does. Or so far that's what I've heard. Although, as much as it used to hurt more for them to, like, if you used a tool like Hootsuite, it used to hurt a lot more. It doesn't hurt as bad now, but you miss out on a ton of features unless you use their internal scheduler.
Gotcha.
So, highly recommend using their internal scheduler whenever possible. It's what I do for all of my clients.
Love it. Okay, cool. Thank you.
Right on. Okay, so that's in-post targeting. So for organic reach strategies, we talked about commenting on other pages and using in-post targeting to make sure you reach the right people. Bum, bum, bum. The last section that we're going to talk about today is boosting posts. So when you have posts that you want to boost, these are your paid strategies for Facebook. You're going to take a look, you're going to have to select from 3 main audiences. The people who like your page are specifically people who are friends, who are fans of your page. So that audience is the one that you can often reach for the least amount of money. The second option, people who like your page and their friends, these are people, these are not only the people who like your page, but one step removed, so you also reach their connections. This is pretty powerful because people tend to have friends with common interests. And also, when your post shows in the newsfeed and you've selected this people who like your page and their friends setting, at the top of the post, there will be a little note that says, Sally Smith likes business X, and then shows your post. That way, the person who sees it has kind of this subliminal messaging that your company is a good company. Because, hey, their friends like it, so they might like it too. The last option when you boost posts is to choose a brand new targeting audience. Now, the targeting audience option is connected to your Facebook ads audiences. If you are dabbling at all in Facebook ads, you would know that with your audiences, you can use the Facebook pixel to create an audience of your 30-day website traffic, your 90-day website traffic, your 180-day website traffic. You can upload your email list, and then you can create lookalike audiences based on those people. A lookalike audience means Facebook is going to look at the people who are on your email list, find out what type of personalities they have on Facebook, and find people on Facebook with similar personalities. So, new targeting audience could be your website traffic. It could be your email list, or it could be a brand new cold audience who has never heard of you before. Don't ever try to sell to a brand new cold audience who has never heard of you before. It doesn't work. Offer them something of value first. So you might choose, if you have a great post of like a little video tutorial you did, or a photo gallery of cool ideas on how to use your product that you uploaded to Facebook.
I think people are so, get so tempted by that boost button, right?
Right? Yeah, they're like, oh, great, I'm going to boost this to people who have no idea who I am.
Right.
It doesn't work.
It doesn't work. Well, I'm glad to hear that you're saying that you're telling us that it doesn't work. So thanks for coming.
Yeah. Much better to, if you're going to boost a post to a cold audience who's never heard of you before, it's much better to boost something to them that has value, that first and foremost provides some type of tips, some type of, maybe it's a introduction of who you are. Maybe it's a testimonial about who you are, something that leaves them with a really good taste in their mouth. So the other thing I want to show you about boosting posts, and I'm going to jump back over here so I can show you, is that when you hit the boost post button, Facebook just changed the layout. And you may or may not have the new layout already. But one way or another, you'll probably have the new layout coming soon. So those three audiences right here, people who like your page, we went over that, right? These are just your fans, and these are the people you can reach for the least amount of money. You have people who like your page and their friends, and this will put that cool little note at the top that says, Sally Smith likes Tai Chi Mastery, so you might too. And then you have your audiences, your new audiences that you have saved or created. So if you want to create a new one, you'll go to create new audience. And again, these will be people who have never heard of your company before. So don't make this a salesy post. Only do this with value posts. Or you can choose one of the audiences you've created in Facebook ads. And that can include your website traffic or your email list or people you've been running ads to regularly. And then what I'll show you on the next slide is simply that the estimated people that you're going to reach is directly affected by the amount of money you spend. See, I doubled my budget and I more than doubled the people I was going to reach. This is your total budget, meaning that's the max that you're going to spend. And then you can choose over how many days you want to spend that money. So I want to spend $20 over the next 7 days. I'm only spending $2.85 per day. So that's something that often confuses people. They're worried they're spending $20 a day for 7 days, but that's not the case. Okay, so now I'm gonna jump out of Facebook. So I hope you guys at this point have a clear understanding of the 3 different types of audiences you can boost your posts to. And I'm just gonna leave you with a couple more tips for boosting. The more you spend, the more people you'll reach. Whoops. The date range will break up the total budget. And after you have submitted your boost, 2 things happen. 1, you need to double check that little list of things that it says you just asked for in your boost. And that's because Facebook has glitches and sometimes they don't take all the changes you asked for. And second, you cannot edit a post once it's been boosted. So if you need to edit a post that you have boosted, you want to click on the option that'll tell you how much money you have left. You'll want to go to the lower left-hand corner to the little works wheel, and you'll need to delete the ad in order to edit it. And when you delete the ad, you lose all the results that you have gotten. So just know that that's the only way to edit a post after it's been boosted. All right, so did we learn anything new?
Woo! I did.
Woo! Yay! I hope you did. I mean, we did cover how to get more page likes. Yep. How to set our preferred page audience, how to comment on other people's pages as our page, and how to handle boosting posts. Now, if you guys learned even one thing from this little webinar, I would ask you to give me a shout out on social media at MMM Social Media and just let me know what your takeaway was. I would love to hear from you. And you can find me at MMM Social Media on Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, or Twitter. So I'd love to hear from you.
Awesome. Well, my main takeaway was that you can really build relationships from your page rather than just focusing on Facebook groups, which is where I've been concentrating a lot of my, social media energy. So this is a really cool, just learning that shifted my focus a lot.
Nice. Oh, I'm glad. Yeah, and Facebook groups work phenomenally well. I love participating in Facebook groups and having your own. Mm-hmm. But oftentimes it's not the first time somebody hears about you is via the group. It's usually that they hear about you via your page, and then your page leads them to your group.
Yeah. So I am excited to hear what everyone's takeaways are, obviously. But what do you have coming up for you next?
So I am working on this amazingly cool project that is just a passion of love for me because I can't wait to help all of you out there. I want to break open Facebook and show you all the secrets. And so I'm working on a special course called the Clicks and Conversions Classroom, and I'll be announcing more details about that in August. And that will walk everybody step by step through how to make sure their Facebook page is set up like a boss, that it's totally perfect. It'll take everybody through how to do more posting and more outreach in a way that's super time efficient. And then we're going to dive into boosting posts and ads which makes this an amazing course if you have a launch coming up in your future, because it will empower you to run your own ads and come up with your own boost post strategy.
That's excellent, because we can't all hire a social media strategist, and being able to do that on our own could be, a game changer for people who are launching courses, people who are launching their services, people who have products, right? So it's really cool to be able to hand us like those tools.
Yes, totally. I get asked so often to do ad projects that I can't take them all. Right. And so when I can't take them all, I want to be able to give them this really amazingly jam-packed course. So
fantastic. So if they're interested in that product, how can they find out more about it? When will they learn more about it?
So the best next step you can take if you have interest in this is to get on, become a social marketing insider. And that's what happens when you join my email list. So if you head to mmsocialmedia.com, right there on my homepage, at the bottom of my homepage, you can join my email list. That will give you full access to becoming a social marketing insider. As a thank you, you'll get a whole bundle of free marketing planning worksheets. And then as I announce the course details in August, you can come along for the ride with me. And
who would this course be best suited for?
This course is perfect for somebody who knows deep down in their gut that if I had more website traffic and more email subscribers, I would definitely have more sales. If you're the type of person who will do the work, you don't just get the training because you think that's going to magically solve the problem, but you're really good at taking the directions you're given and putting them into action, this will literally change the way you run your business. So I would say this is the perfect course for you if you have an upcoming launch, or if you have products you're selling on your website, or if you're just plain old frustrated with Facebook and want to know all their tricks and secrets so you can make it work for you.
For me, my mindset is always around like, how can I get the most out of the organic reach so that, I can give Facebook less money?
Yes.
Honestly. But that does take time, and I appreciate you breaking that down for us today. So
happy to do it.
Yeah, thank you so much. And thank you for watching this to the end. We're so excited that you were able to watch the replay, and hope that you took a lot out of what Danielle had to teach us. So we'll see you on the flip side, and join Danielle on her website so you can get the Social Media Insider. All right. Thanks, everyone.
Thanks. Bye-bye.